Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my loverlies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am so happy you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. So today is New Makeup Monday. I love New Makeup Mondays. They're always like, I get to pull out some new makeup, I get to play, we kind of get to discover it together and come up with some pretty bomb eye looks in the process. So this is what we're doing today. I think it is so very pretty. There is a close-up. Isn't she pretty? So pretty. Very easy. Just 4 different colors kind of slapped all over the lid. It is a cut crease, but it's really not difficult. As soon as you get the hang of cut crease, the hardest part of a cut crease is just trusting yourself and trusting your shape. Once you get your eye mapped out in your brain and really figure out where you like your lines to be, it is so easy to do. Cut creases are pretty low effort but high impact. A cut crease is one of the easiest ways to get a boom in your face kind of look. I love it so much. We're going to be playing with some newness from Sample Beauty. So if you guys didn't see my Beauty Bay haul, I posted a couple videos back. Definitely go check that out. Beauty Bay they have their end of summer sale going on right now, and a lot of their palettes are like 50% off. So if you're on the market for some new some new treasures, definitely go check them out. But I say probably wait till around Christmas. Save up your money because around Christmas, around Black Friday, things like that, makeup is going to be dirt cheap. So I will not be buying anything else until around that time. It's just a couple of months away. I can wait. I'll probably pick up a couple little things here and there, but for the most part, no big purchases will be happening until Black Friday. I am so excited about it. I'd rather have tons of new makeup then than just a couple of things now. But y'all, we'll get into the makeup in just a second. But Jeffree Star, love him or hate him, however you feel about him as a person, that's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is the new wedding collection he just dropped. Y'all, it is so incredibly gorgeous. And then not only that, but he dropped some liquid shadows as well. You know, he might not be the best person in the world. He might have made some really just dumb mistakes when he was younger. But that man knows how to make some makeup. He knows how to make some really beautiful makeup. He can put a color story together that just makes my little heart go pitter patter. Y'all, I want Pink Religion. I want that orange palette. What is it called? Oh, what was the name of that palette? It's the one that looks like a purse. The pumpkin spice or I want the Pink Religion, the orange one, and I want this new wedding collection so incredibly bad. Oh, I almost can't stand it. I want it so bad. I want to cry. Like I said, I am depleted of funds right now, so makeup purchases are not going to happen. But Lord have mercy, if I could pick just one. If I could pick just one, I would get that wedding collection. Wedding collection and Pink Religion and the orange one. Those are my 3. Those are my top 3 that I want so badly. So like I said, we're going to be playing with some new sample goodies today. We're going to use the Sample Beauty Equalizer. This is the Volume 1. So this is pretty much a rainbow palette, but it's kind of like a different rainbow palette. So you get a full-size mirror, which I really like. You have nice, sturdy cardboard packaging. And then this is what the color story looks like. So on one side, you have all mattes. Then you have a row of neutrals down the center. And then on this side, it's all shimmers. And it is, I think it is a artistry palette 100%. The way that this palette is put together makes it very easy to kind of create a gradient or to... It's just a really easy and fun palette to work with. Now, I will say the quality of the mattes is not my absolute favorite. I did have just a couple of problems with some patching, but for the most part, it's a really beautiful palette, a really great formula. I think the problem with the mattes is they're a touch dry. They've got nice body to them. They lay down. They have great pigment. I think they're just a little bit dry. but you can definitely work with them. And for $7.50, which is what I paid for this palette, I think I would pay that over and over again. I think it's really, really, can I say really anymore? It's a fantastic palette. So this is what we're playing with today. We're also going to play with one of the Sample Beauty liquid eyeshadows. This one we're going to get into in just a minute, but this is what I used to cut my crease today. It's good. It's cute. We'll get into it, but it's cute. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the makeup. I already have my eye primed. I used my Wetnwild Photo Focus Rose Eyeshadow Primer. It's the one that I've been using every single time. I am the kind of makeup lover that will only open one tube of mascara and one tube of eyeshadow primer at a time. I really just don't think that there's any reason to open more than that at a time. I just feel like it's an eyeshadow primer, it's a tube of mascara, use it till it's gone, and then move on. But I did recently use up an entire tube of my NYX brow glue. It felt so nice to open up a new tube of this stuff. Oh my goodness. And you really don't realize how much the formula changes over time. But when I opened up this new tube and it was like fresh and clean and new, I was like, wow, so this is why I fell in love with it in the first place. You know, unfortunately with things like this, a lot of the times the formula, it's reached its best buy date long before you're done with the tube. And I am a frugal Franny, and I'm not going to throw product away. So if there's even a drop, a single solitary, just little doop of product left in the tube, I'm going to get it out and I'm going to use it. So I used it till it was gone, but I was so very happy to open up a new tube. I think my brows look so pretty today. Perhaps a tiny bit warm, than, you know, a little bit more warm than I would personally like, but I was trying out a new eyebrow pencil, a new color of eyebrow pencil. So I used the NYX Precision brow pencil, but this is in the shade Soft Brown. I usually use Ash Brown. It's got more of a cool undertone. This pencil in particular, the formula of this pencil is really fantastic. One of my absolute favorites, but this color, Soft Brown, is just a touch warm for me. It's just a little bit reddish orange in my brows, doesn't really match my hair. So we're going to ignore my brows, even though I'm really happy with the shape of them today. They look a little bit orange to me. So there's that. Not having a great brow day, but hopefully we're going to have a great eye makeup day. So like I said, I already have my eyeshadow primer on. We are going to go straight into it. I'm going to take my Moda crease brush. This is just a dense, domed kind of packing blending brush. And we're going to take that into the shade Queen, which is the matte red in the palette. And we're going to start packing this on the inner corner of the eye. Now, to make sure that I get both sides as even and symmetrical as possible, I do follow the natural shape of my own orbital socket. But, you know, the Lord doesn't always see fit to make our features perfectly symmetrical. So they don't always look 100% like twinsies. But as long as they're sisters, as long as you can tell they're at least semi-related, we're good to go. I'm going to take this, I'm going to get a good amount of this on the tip of my brush, and I'm just going to start packing this, starting at the inner corner of my eye, and just pressing that onto the skin. It has been such an incredibly busy couple of days. My nose is running. Allergies are going absolutely insane. But it has been such an incredibly busy couple of days in my house. If you guys have children, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Sean, his first day of school is tomorrow. He's so excited. I'm so excited. But it has been absolute chaos trying to get ready to send him back to school. And you know, I don't know if it's a boy thing or if it's just children in general, but he likes to leave everything to the very last minute. And I've been getting on him about getting his room clean and getting his backpack put together and all of that good stuff. Everything that needs to be done before he starts a new school year, getting his closet cleaned out, you know, getting his new clothes hung up, all that good stuff. And y'all, he didn't even bother with it. So I had to take the whole day yesterday and go in there and absolutely tear his room apart. And Lord have mercy, did I tear that thing apart. I started from the bottom and worked my way up. I went through every drawer. I went through every nook and cranny. Y'all, I wondered where all of my silverware had gone. Y'all, I found so many forks and spoons shoved under his bed, shoved under his dresser. There were, I don't know. I don't know how the things ended up in the places that they were, but they were. I found so much stuff in his closet, just shoved in his closet. He absolutely hates putting his clothes away, like hanging stuff up or sorting it. Just cannot stand it, right? So he just shoves everything into his closet. We're gonna go into a purple shade now. We're gonna go into the shade Hocus. Now this is one of the shades that I had a little bit of a problem with. It's just the tiniest bit patchy. Now it does blend out and it does look beautiful. It's nicely pigmented on the eye. You do have to work with it just a teeny tiny bit, and it's more of like a packing shade to me, but it does look beautiful in the end. It just takes a little bit of extra finesse. Really nothing that's like gonna deter me from using this palette again, but just took a little bit of extra effort. We're gonna take this is another Moda brush. This is another Moda crease brush, but this one is just clean. It's from a different set. I think these brushes are so pretty. Moda makes some of the absolute cutest brushes. Again, it's basically the same thing. It's a domed, dense packing brush. And I'm going to take that into this purple shade. But I did want to let you guys know that there are teeny tiny little sparkles. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There's little teeny tiny micro glitters in the formula. And a lot of times a brand will do that if they know that their formula is patchy or a little bit more difficult to work with. They will add the shimmer in there, and for some reason it elevates the shadow. It makes it work better. I'm not a makeup scientist. I don't know why, but I do know that they'll do that with really dark colors. They'll do that with blacks and purples, sometimes blues. I just know that the addition of the shimmer helps it look better on the eye. So we're going to take this brush, we're going to dip into this purple, and we're just going to do the same thing, only we're going to keep this on the inner third of the eye. Forgot where I put my brush at. So yeah, we went into his room yesterday. Y'all, I went through his closet finally and threw away all of the old clothes that don't fit him anymore. It literally breaks my heart every time I go in there and have to clean out his closet, because I literally end up having to just throw money away because there's so much in there that just doesn't fit him anymore. But the good thing about it is because he basically is the same size as a full-grown man. My sister's boyfriend is the same size that my son is now. So I just donate all of his clothes to her boyfriend, and they fit him absolutely perfectly. And Sean doesn't wear his clothes, especially his nice clothes. He doesn't wear them very often, so a lot of the times they're practically brand new. He'll take the sticker off of it if we're going somewhere, like if we're going out to eat or something like that. He'll wear it one time, it'll go in the hamper, I'll wash it, and then he'll never touch it again. So I have a big bag of clothes to send to her. I think she's really going to be pretty happy about that. I know Tristan's going to be happy about that, because they have pretty much the same style. My son, oh, and I cut my son's hair today. I've been trying to get him to the barber for absolutely ever. He doesn't go to a barber. He goes to my hairdresser, and she cuts his hair because he's got this thing about his hair. He just doesn't want it touched. For one moment, he'll want it really short, but another moment, he'll be like, no, I want to keep it long. He never can decide what he wants to do with it. So today I was like, we have to cut your hair. And his hair is, he has my hair. So his hair is so thick and so curly and like dense that when it grows in, it literally looks, I call it a blonde football helmet, because that's basically what it looks like. It is just a forest of hair, and he loves it, but it's a love-hate relationship. And today I was like, you need to figure out what you want done with it. And at first he told me he just wanted me to cut the sides, like to trim the sides down and keep the top long. So that's what we did. And then he went and he looked in the mirror. I'm going back into that first brush, and I dipped just a little bit back into that red matte, and I'm using that to blend the purple and the red together. Just kind of fade this line a little bit to get a nice seamless blend. Just like that. Really, really pretty. So at first he just wanted this the sides shortened up a little bit, and that's what I did. And then he was like, well, I want to keep the top long because I want to bleach it. I want to have platinum hair this year. And before that, he wanted me to bleach it and then put chunky lowlights, chunky green lowlights in there, which is fine. I am 100% okay with letting him express himself with his hair. It's his hair. Whatever he wants to do with it is fine. If he wants to have bright pink hair, he's allowed to do that. He actually had pink hair last year and really, really liked it, but they gave him so much crap for it at school. He ended up hating it, so he's never had pink hair again. So after the pink, we dyed it green, and he really, really liked the green. And then when the green faded out, we went to blue. And he really liked the blue, but I think the green was his favorite. And he was like, Mom, I want to dye my hair green. I want green lowlights for school this year. And I was like, okay, but I didn't have time to get to Walmart this weekend to get the bleach. We have the green hair dye, but I didn't get to Walmart to get the bleach. So he was like, just cut it all off. He was like, just cut the sides of it off, and then we'll just dye it next weekend. I was like, okay, we can do that. But then I cut the sides of it off, and he went and he looked in the mirror, and he didn't like that. So he was like, I want it all gone. He wanted me to shave him bald, and I was like, no. He was like, it's just hair. It'll grow back. And I was like, as true as that is, baby, I am not sending you to school bald. I'm just not going to do it. Sorry. You're going to look like an egghead. I love him so much, but he has his mama's very big round face. And he needs a little bit of hair. He needs hair. So we settled on just cutting it a little bit shorter on the top. I think what we ended up with is really, really pretty. I am by no means, we're going into that same Moda brush. And then I just dipped into the shade Jiba, Jibba. So this dark blue matte right here, this is a really, really, really pretty blue. I really enjoy this blue. And I'm just going to start packing this onto the outer portion of the eye, just using stippling motions, and then back and forth windshield wiper motions, just to blend the two colors together. But can you see how that purple is just a little bit patchy through here? I'm going to try to fix that with a little bit of the blue and kind of blend the two together, but it does want to be just a little bit patchy. So I can understand why these palettes were on sale, but it doesn't mean that they're not workable. It just means you have to give them a little bit of extra attention. But once you do, they really shine. They really look so, so beautiful. So we settled on a haircut. We finally got the hair done. And he looks so, so very handsome. And then it was time to get our binder and stuff together. And he's going into 7th grade, which is so crazy. I can't believe I have a 7th grader. Oh, I can't believe I have a 7th grader. But he's going into 7th grade, so he had to have, what are those, subject dividers and stuff this year, and all kinds of extra stuff. So we had to put his binder together and make sure that everything was ready for school tomorrow. And then it was time to pick out our outfit. And y'all, he's so handsome. He is such a handsome boy. I am so in love with my son. Not in a weird, gross way, but I am so in love with the man that he's becoming. I am so in love with the person he is. He's grounded right now and in serious trouble, but for the most part, he's just a sweetie pie. And you could tell, like, he's starting to care about what he looks like, and he's starting to care about the image that he projects to the world and things like that. So when he was getting dressed, he was like, he wanted blue. He wanted to go all blue tomorrow. So he's got his blue Under Armour shoes and then his blue jeans. He picked out, he hates jeans, and he picked out a pair of jeans to wear, which lets me know that he really wants to, like, present himself tomorrow, which I love. So he picked out a pair of dark washed blue jeans and then a graphic t-shirt, and y'all, he tucked his t-shirt in and everything. He just looked so absolutely adorable. And then, of course, wouldn't let me get any pictures of him because he's a little turd. But he looked very, very handsome. I can't wait. It makes me so sad because I won't get to take him to school tomorrow. Mr. Hubby has to work, which means he won't have time to take Sean to school and then bring me all the way home before he's got to go back to work. It makes me so, so sad, but it's okay. So we're going to wake up early, and I am 100% going to get so many pictures. I'm probably going to irritate the crap out of everybody, but I don't care. Are you guys big on pictures? I know pictures are one of those things that I have to have. I have to have pictures. I have to have memories. I have to have keepsakes. It's just like a really big deal for me. I don't want to miss a moment of anything. And I don't want him to, like, be in 20 years to be like, do you remember that? And I'll be like, no. And not be able to look in my photo album or in the clouds somewhere and be like, oh, here's a picture, now I remember. I want to document everything. I want to remember everything, every teeny tiny moment, because he's 13 now. And, you know, there aren't too awful many more of these moments left. And I don't want to miss a single one of them. I don't want to forget a single one of them. I really hope his day goes so great tomorrow. I want him to have the absolute best day. See, it's just so patchy. I don't want to poo on this formula because I can't believe I just did that. I don't want to poo on this formula because I really, really like the shimmers in here, but I just feel like these darker mattes are a little bit patchy, and I'm sitting here trying to make them work, and they're just being kind of a pain in the hiney. I just took a little bit of a cotton swab and just kind of cleaned up that portion right through there. And then I'm going to take that motor brush with no extra product on it, and I'm just going to kind of soften this edge here just a little bit. So our puppies are finally ready to go to their forever homes. They're going to start going to their forever homes this week. I am partially excited, partially heartbroken about it, because I have fallen madly, deeply in love with every single one of them, and of course don't want to send any of them away. I know it needs to happen because there is no way on earth that we can take care of 8 dogs. And I think that is why I probably will never breed Little Mama again, just because I cannot handle the heartbreak of having to give the babies away anymore. Like, I'm gonna do it this time because it's already done, but that's it. That's finito for me. I can't do it. Like, it's literally killing me knowing that I have to send them all off on their own. And that, you know, I'm not gonna be Nana anymore. That's what Mr. Hubby calls me. He calls me Nana. I am a puppy Nana, and I kind of love it. Not kind of, I really love it. Those puppies are so cute and so special and they have such a special place in my heart. Okay, so that looks actually pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go back into that first Moda brush that we used. I'm going to clean it off on my towel real quick. I'm going to dip just a little bit more into that matte red shade and just kind of brighten up the red in the front, just to make sure that it's not getting lost. Yeah. So the lighter shades in here are pretty spectacular. It's just the deeper purple, I feel like, has just a couple of patching problems, but I think I pretty much got all the patches taken care of. It's very, very pretty. It just takes a little bit of finesse to work with. But now comes the actual kind of hard part. Now it is time to cut the crease. We're going to use my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Fair Rose. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics brush. This is my BH Cosmetics flat packing brush. It's a concealer brush. And I'm just going to use this to cut my crease. I'm just doing this to kind of map out my shape because I am going to go in with a liquid eyeshadow in just a second to really bump up the color. But I just kind of want to map the shape out. Let's see if I can actually show you guys what I'm doing. And I'm tapping the product into place. I'm just following the natural curve of my eyelid, taking tiny amounts of product onto my brush at a time, and really just having that into place. When you have textured eyelids like I do, and wrinkly eyelids, tugging and pulling at your eye is going to be just about the worst thing you could do. For a really, really clean, crisp line, you just want to tap. You want to tap that product into place, get your line nice and straight and clean, and then you can come back in and worry about filling everything in and pulling the concealer down when your line is done, just like that. And see, we get a really beautifully crisp, clean line. It might take just a little bit of extra time, but it is so worth it in the end. And I'm taking that all the way to the outer corner of my eye. This is a full cut crease, not a half. Do you hear my puppies out there? They are the greediest little things when it comes to food, and especially Bentley. If you guys don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you guys definitely should do that. I post the puppies absolutely all the time. But there is one that we named Bentley, and she is an absolute freaking diva. She is a diva, a princess, and what she wants now. And she lets the whole world know that she is not pleased with the service that she is receiving. She's like, humans, you better tighten up. Tighten it up. She's just about the loudest thing ever. And you know what? I can forgive it, though, just because she's so incredibly cute. It's just like, okay, all right, Bentley, hold on. So we're going to go in with this liquid eyeshadow now. This is the Sample Beauty liquid eyeshadow. This is in the shade Oomph. Oomph. It is the most gorgeous, bright, vivid, toxic green color. I love it so, so much. We're going to take this on another flat brush. I'm going to use my Dew Color Concealer brush. This is my Dew Color. It is so old that there aren't even any letters left on it. But it is just a flat concealer brush. We're going to take this and we're just going to pat this right over. See how pretty that color is? Oh, I am so in love with it. It doesn't stay as pigmented as I would like it to. As soon as you kind of blend it out, it turns into this almost like muted, grungy kind of green color. Still very, very pretty, but I do wish it had just a bit more pigmentation. Still not my perfect cut crease liquid eyeshadow. I am still on the hunt for that. If you guys have or know of any really fantastic matte liquid shadows that are perfect for cutting a crease, I would really, really love to know. Please let me know in the comments below, because I have been looking for one for what seems like ages. Now I'm taking this all the way up to the edge of that concealer and all the way down to my lash line. Basically everywhere I went with the concealer, I am going with the eyeshadow as well. And this is really just going to give us that really solid base, because we're going to go over this with a little bit of a matte powder eyeshadow. But it just gives us a base to work off, and then it gives something for the matte shadow to really, really stick to. We're going to take this e.l.f. Concealer brush, another concealer brush. It is a flat packing brush as well, and we're going to go into the shade Tequila. So this really, really gorgeous green right here, it is matte and beautifully, beautifully pigmented, and we're just going to start packing this all over that liquid eyeshadow. And because we have layers of color here, it is going to be super richly pigmented. It is going to last absolutely all day. And because my allergies have been so incredibly terrible here recently, my eyes have been watering like crazy. And I've really been searching for ways to kind of tear-proof my makeup, because I'm not sure why. And I really think it's just to irritate me. But for some reason, my tears like to defy gravity and travel up through my crease. And what happens is they end up washing all of my eye makeup away. Just in this part of my eye. And then I end up with a bald spot on my inner corner. And it is the most frustrating thing absolutely ever. But there are no patching problems with this green shadow. It's really, really spectacular. It's going on evenly and easily. It's pigmented, but it's also super, super buildable as well. So it layers on itself really, really nicely. We have a nice, clean, crisp line there and beautiful, even green pigment. So, so pretty. I love this eye look so, so much. We look pretty even on both sides. Very, very happy. I'm going to take this Q-tip, put a little bit more eye makeup remover on it. Just get it ready, because we're going to go back into the palette and we're going to dip into this lime shade right here, which is a stunning, stunning kind of mid-tone green shimmer. It's this one right here. So that's the shade. And we're just going to take it on the same e.l.f. concealer brush. And we're going to pack this just on the outer portion of the lid. And this is just going to provide a little bit of depth and dimension to the outer portion of the lid. It's going to catch the light and be so, so pretty. Just putting that on the outer fourth of the lid and then kind of blending that in towards the center. And then for the inner corner, we're going to take the same brush. I'm going to wipe it off a little bit on my towel. And then we're going to go into this shade, and I have to swatch this shade for you. So this shade is called Duck, and it is one of the most beautiful, it is probably the most beautiful yellow shimmer I have ever seen in my life. It is yellow. It is not gold. It is a stunning, stunning yellow shimmer. We're going to take that and we're going to put this right onto the inner corner of the lid. I'm going to clean up this green shadow that's here really quickly. Liquid eyeshadow likes to get absolutely everywhere. So what new releases are you guys completely and totally just like dying for? I know that the new Jeffree Star collection I want so bad. It's not available till the 26th. I don't know why. It's gonna matter to me anyway. I can't pick it up, but A Girl Can Dream, I know I really want that. And then there are a couple things from Profusion that I really want to check out as well. And then also NYX is coming out with a Winx collection. Now, I don't watch the show, but I remember when I was young, they used to have these toys. They were like these little things that stood on these, they were these Barbies, right? And they stood on a stand and you pulled a string and they kind of like their wings spread out and they kind of flew off the stand. If you guys remember those, please let me know in the comments. Am I the only one that remembers those things? But I used to have a ton of them. I have to fix my nose ring or it's gonna fall out. I used to have a ton of them, and they were called Winx toys. So I really want the new Winx collection from NYX, besides the fact that I really enjoy NYX makeup anyway, and I'm wondering if it's gonna be like fantastic quality, like I think it is. Look how pretty that yellow is on the inner corner. I'm just going to tap it on to the inner portion of the lid and then bring it onto the lower lash line. Just a touch, just to really bring some extra light to the inner corner of my eye. Isn't that so pretty? So we're going to take a flat packing brush. This is a no-name brush. I got this from Burke's. Just a flat angled brush. And we're going to go into the shade Grass, which is a beautiful, rich, kind of dark green matte color. And we're going to take this all along the lower lash line, starting at the outer corner. And kind of blending that into the corner of the eye. Just kind of fluffing it up just a touch, just to add a bit of depth and definition to the outer corner of the eye. And this green is fantastic. It blends super easily. And then we're going to bring that through the eye, keeping it really close to the lash line. We're going to bring that all the way through the eye to the inner corner, kind of blending it in to that lighter yellow shimmer, like so. How pretty. I think it just kind of ties everything in. The eye is wrapped in this really beautiful, luscious green color. So pretty. And I'm also bringing it onto the waterline, just a touch. Just to make sure everything is nice and uniform. Oh, it is so pretty. I'm going to take another Q-tip. Y'all, I go through Q-tips like absolutely nobody's business, and I basically didn't get any fallout with these eyeshadows. I do think that they're really I say really way too often, but I think they're very nice shadows. The only one that I had problems with was that purple, and purples are notoriously difficult to formulate anyway. I really didn't have super high hopes for the purple in the first place. I kind of expected it to be just a touch patchy anyway. But I think in the end, we were able to get a really, really beautiful, beautiful eye look. I'm going to go in and I'm going to line both of my water lines. I'm going to do that with the same thing I always use. I'm going to use my Milani Stay Put eyeshadow, or Stay Put liner. Y'all, I am to the point now. I've been so busy the last couple of days. I'm losing my mind. I am so fried. My brain is so fried. I feel like I could lay down and sleep for 20 years and wake up and still be tired. I'm just lining my upper waterline just to give my lashes a little bit of help. Make my lash line appear just a little bit more full, more volumized. And then I'm going to go in with my Essence Lash Princess mascara. I have been loving that mascara so much here recently. It is by far and away my favorite bristle, like my favorite brush of all time. There's something about the bristles on this brush that just perfectly, they just comb through everything. There's no clumping, there's no flaking, there's no smudging. It makes the lashes look so beautifully lifted and separated. It is so incredibly beautiful. I have the Lash Princess, but I have the waterproof variety. And I'm just gonna put a nice thick coat on my lashes. I'm not gonna put any on my lower lashes because I don't want to darken my lower lash line at all. I want to keep it nice and bright and verdant and green. Just like that. Look how, that's one coat. And it instantly makes my lashes separated. There's no spider leg quality to it. It's just beautifully separated. It's almost natural looking. It's like natural but better. It adds length and volume. I am going to be doing a favorite products video very, very soon. And you can bet your hiney that this is going to be in there. I also have an Amazon video coming sometime in the near future. I found a couple of really, really dirt cheap, super, super cute products on Amazon that I can't wait to share with you guys. Oh, and Sean's, what is that piece called? Sean's piece for his clarinet came in. It came in Friday, which means that it got here in time for him to start school. He was so terrified about that. He was so sure that it wasn't going to get here in time and that he was going to get in trouble. What was that piece called? I am so brain dead. Anyway, guys, this is the finished look. What do we think? Do we like it? Do we love it? Let's put a tiny bit of a brow bone highlight on. I think I'm going to use the shade in the center. This is the shade. Ooh, let's use Tonic. Let's use this one. So this is a white shimmer. I haven't even swatched this yet. What does this? Ooh, that looks pretty. Oh, okay, that's really pretty. I think I'm gonna mix the shade Tonic with the shade Touch. So this one right here, let's swatch this one too. This one looks like a really beautiful taupey skin tone shimmer. So there was Tonic and there's Touch. I think the shimmers in these palettes are phenomenal. Really, really gorgeous, beautifully reflective. Let's put just a little bit of that up here on the brow bone. I do like to go heavy on the brow bone highlight. I think it just adds something to the look. Helps everything look a little bit more blended. It brings some light to the party. So, so nice. I really like that. That is stunning. Yeah, I like it better with the highlight than without the highlight. Let's pop a little bit of just that white shade on the inner corner as well. Yeah, I don't want to cover up that yellow, but maybe just kind of help brighten it up just a little bit more. That is so, so pretty. Guys, this is today's look. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Guys, I love you so, so very much. I will, of course, post everything. I will list everything that I used in today's video in the description box below, along with all of the links to my other socials. If you guys are not following me, please, please go do that. I finally got monetized on Facebook. I am so, so excited. I am beyond words. You guys, I want to let you know that I am so grateful that you guys are here. I am so thankful for every click, for every view. Y'all, I love you so, so very much. I am so, so very happy that you're here. As always, no filters, no edits, no fancy lighting. It's just me sitting in front of my camera, playing with some new makeup, hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. And until next time, my beautiful loverlies, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.